under the dim Karachi lights, where the hum of traffic mixed with the sound of tennis balls smashing against worn-out bats. A little boy dreamt of becoming Pakistan's next cricketing prodigy. His name was Saim Ayub, born not into privilege, but into passion. In the narrow streets of Karachi, young Saim's bat was his only voice. His father, a former club cricketer, saw the spark early, the fierce determination in his son's eyes, the same hunger that once burned in his own. But dreams were expensive. Cricket gear cost more than they could afford, and training meant skipping school sometimes, sneaking into the stadium nets when no one was watching. He played barefoot, his toes bruised, his hands blistered, yet his resolve grew sharper than the pain. Karachi, a city that had produced legends, was also a place where thousands of dreams were forgotten in the dust. But Saim's story was different. He refused to be one of the forgotten ones. At Lima Blas, while most kids were still figuring out their future, Saim was already playing serious cricket, fearless, elegant, and unpredictable. Coaches began to whisper about the boy, with a left-hand magic, a player who reminded them of Saeed Anwar, yet played with a modern boldness that felt new. But for every whisper of praise, there were louder doubts. He's too young, they said, too inexperienced. Duarao. In 2021, his early inclusion in domestic cricket brought both attention and criticism. He was dropped after just a few poor games. The spotlight that had once seemed glorious now felt like a curse. Saim disappeared from national talk, slipping back into the shadows. But that was when the fire truly began. He trained harder, longer, quieter. Under the burning Karachi sun, while others rested, Saim was rebuilding mentally and physically. His father would sit on a worn bench, watching his son face ball after ball, hour after hour, saying only one thing: Beta Talan can open the door, but only discipline keeps you inside. That lesson became Saim's foundation. It was early 2023, Pakistan Super League season. The Karachi Kings had been struggling, searching for a spark. And then came a young left-hander, calm yet fearless, Saim Ayub. When he walked to the crease, most fans didn't even know his name. But by the time he left, every commentator was saying it with awe. His shots weren't just boundaries, they were statements. His timing was poetry. His confidence, electric. The cricketing world saw something special, a blend of grace and aggression rarely seen since Saeed Anwar or Fakhar Zaman in their prime. But it wasn't just the runs that made people notice, it was the way he played. Fearless against pace, inventive against spin, that effortless flick over mid, the calm glance to third man, the arrogance of youth fused with the discipline of a veteran. In one PSL innings, he smashed the bowlers to all corners, scoring a brilliant 50 that felt like a declaration. I belong here. The fans erupted. The media called him Pakistan's next big thing. Soon, selectors could no longer ignore him. Saim earned his national call-up, a dream come true. But the dream wasn't gentle. It was demanding. His debut was under pressure, millions watching, critics waiting. Yet, Saim stood tall. He batted with maturity, far beyond his years, showing glimpses of brilliance, and in just a few months, his confidence exploded on the international stage. Then came the Zimbabwe series, the moment every young player dreams of not just performing, but dominating. He was everywhere, smashing runs, taking wickets, leading with calmness. He wasn't just playing cricket, he was painting moments of magic. His 155 runs and 3 wickets earned him the Player of the Series, a title that felt like the world was finally recognizing what Karachi had known for years. And yet, when you looked into his eyes after the match, you saw something deeper. Not satisfaction, but hunger. Because for Saim Ayub, this wasn't the destination. This was just the beginning. The year 2024 was the year of revelation. The year when Saim Ayub went from being a promising youngster to becoming Pakistan's new hope. When Pakistan toured South Africa, fans expected the veterans to lead, but what unfolded shocked everyone. It was the 22-year-old left-hander who took command. In the first T20I, Saim's blade sang -31 runs off just 15 balls. All fire and finesse. He was dismissed early, but it was enough to show what was coming. Then, on December 13, 2024, he played the innings of his life, an unbeaten 98 off 57 balls. Every shot echoed confidence. Every boundary told a story of even. He didn't just hit the ball, he owned the moment. When the cameras zoomed in on him, walking off, not out, you could see the glow of destiny on his face. That knock wasn't luck. It was years of discipline, faith, and hunger finally coming together. Days later, Saim stunned everyone again, this time against the mighty South Africans. He scored his second ODI century while chasing, becoming the youngest player to score a century against South Africa in ODIs, breaking a 31-year-old record once held by Brian Lara. That day, the cricket world took note. Pakistan had found something extraordinary. But success never comes alone, it brings pain with it. During the second test in Cape Town, while fielding near the boundary, Saim twisted his right ankle badly. The pain was immediate, the silence of the crowd deafening. His tour was over. In that lonely hospital room, far from home, Saim stared at the ceiling, replaying every shot, every mistake, every promise he had made to himself. It was the first time he truly tasted the bitter side of success, the kind that tests not your talent, but your spirit. And yet, when he returned months later, the world saw no bitterness, only a sharper version of himself. He came back in August 2025, during Pakistan's series against the West Indies. And what a comeback it was. A half-century, 2 wickets, and the Player of the Match award. He ended the series as the leading run scorer, proving once again that real champions don't fear setbacks, they rise from them. September 2025. The Asia Cup. It was supposed to be his stage, the platform to seal his status as Pakistan's next great all-rounder. But cricket, like life, has its cruel ironies. Match after match, Saim Ayub walked to the crease with hope in his eyes, and walked back with disappointment in his heart. 3 consecutive ducks. Oman, India, UAE. The critics were merciless. Social media turned into a storm of blame and memes. For a 22-year-old, still learning the art of survival, it was brutal. But what people didn't see was what happened behind the scenes. Saim stayed late after every defeat, bowling in the nets, hitting against throwdowns, searching for rhythm not in numbers, but in belief. He refused to let failure define him. Then came a twist. The bowler inside him woke up. While his batting failed, his off-breaks began to shine. He bowled beautifully in the taking 6 wickets in the tournament, including 3 against India, the very team that had mocked his ducks. The numbers told one story, but his spirit told another. That a true player evolves when life closes one door and opens another. When the tournament ended, headlines screamed in disbelief. Saim Ayub becomes ICC No. 1 T20 all-rounder, a title earned not through perfection, but through resilience. Today, Saim stands as more than just a cricketer. He's a lesson, a symbol for every boy playing barefoot on Karachi streets, every dreamer told you're not ready, every struggler who failed before he flew. His journey reminds us that greatness is not a straight road. It's full of bumps, bruises, and heartbreaks. But those who keep walking, keep believing, keep rebuilding, they are the ones who turn scars into stories. In his calm smile and steady eyes, you can still see that little boy from Karachi, chasing a ball under flickering streetlights, dreaming of something bigger than himself. And maybe that's what makes Saim Ayub truly special. He's not just playing cricket, he's inspiring a generation to never give up, no matter how many times they fall.